Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Maxtastic build orders, this time with the Salamanders. And I will not show you one of the more, how should I say, build orders that most people play. Like I see a lot of people opening up with Armory into TFCs or what is the, in my mind, most optimal way to play Salamanders, that is 2 Assault Marines into some TFCs and then tier 2. It is one special build order that is more or less unique to the Salamanders as well. And this is, in my build orders, I have it as Space Marine spam, but you could also call it early grenades. And yeah, for this we will play as the Salamanders, of course, and I think we just go for standard Fata Morga. Yeah, I'm totally good. Well prepared here, totally do not need to change these settings here. Annihilate is in control area. Okay, only death was wrong. And yeah, we again choose random opponent and let's see what we get. If we get an, yeah, we have to adjust depending on what we get, but I think we can deal with it nevertheless. Well, the idea, before we press start here, the idea of the build is that we do a genless opener into 2 Space Marines and we can get the incendiary grenade research without getting the armory, and it costs 100 power, and we start with exactly 100 power, so we can get Space Marines out, get the upgrade, get 3 to 4 Space Marines. I will opt to go for 3 here, and then tech up building with building the first generators. In general, with Space Marines, for the tactical Space Marines, for the Salamanders, we are very slow, so we want to do not overextend. We want to stay near our base and play a little defensively and go for a tier 2 timing push, which I explain when we are tier 2 what is our plan, or while we're playing here I can explain it. So what is the first thing you want to do when you started the game? You always want to build something with your builder first, then click to your HQ and start building stuff. As we are going for a genless opener, I would recommend going for Kappa units first and not a second builder, because you're only building the barracks and that's it. You can do it with 1 Tech Marine. The second Tech Marine will make it faster, but then the units will stay idle for a bit. For the building, it is the hotkey B for build and C for chapel barracks is the standard one. Here it's called differently, of course, but the hotkeys normally stay the same. And then we go to the HQ, and I do not know the hotkey for scouts. I always click it. So build C, 2 scouts and then a builder. The scout, pause again. The capping order for Fata Morga can vary depending on how many Kappa units you have. I have 2, but will build a Space Marine here which will cap this point. So my idea is to cap this point with a scout which go over here and then gets the critical location, and the second scout goes here and then to the relic and then to the critical location, and Space Marine will take this one. This is how I opt to do it. I think if you think more about it, you may or may not find a more optimal way of doing it, but this is what I do. Then I park him here in the light cover for reconnaissance. So we do a genless opener, which is exactly what it says. You do not build a gen, so we have more requisition to build more units out early. I can make this to the 5 actually. The timing goes very well that he can build this one, and the second builder will be here in time to build this point. And then once the furnace is built, we build 2 tactical marines. We only do 1 first because we may or may not need the resources for it. This was a little misclick. You could go here and then over here. You go here and then over here. You see, now we have the 190, so we would have lost. Couldn't build the stuff with them in the queue. So only queue as much as you need to. And I totally not rely those guys, which is a mistake. So they are a little slower now, which is okay. And then we, because it's for the Morga, I think we go for the middle and set up shop in this general area with our marines. In general, from the timing here, you will not want to build your third space marine right away, because you want your requisition to get your points up, so you can now queue up the grenade research, because you have time for it now. So your furnace is not idle, you could say. And you still have enough resources to start your listing post immediately. This tech marine will stay here and then build generators. This tech marine will go over here and build a point on the relic. We can get the tactical on Overwatch, so he is getting built as fast as possible. With this build you can go for 3 or 4 tactical marines. I go for 3 here, because I think it is more optimal. We actually can just click it here. Which do we have? Okay, it's BT. That's interesting. Can work. We have now the grenades. Cooldown for the grenades is rather high, so you do not want to throw it at this commander here. You can actually start the generator. We do not want to reinforce the units for multiple reasons. We will want to reinforce lost models, however. So we want to stay at 4 basically. Okay, we will lose this model most likely, so we reinforce them by 1. We want to save our resources, so we can relatively early tier 2. So these guys getting this points, very nice. Getting a gen for 1 generator will get a second one. And once this is built, you will go back in the base and help with building. And this is exactly what we want. We want to stay here. Want to stay defensively. If there's anything coming our way, we throw our Doomfire grenades, especially against guardsmen factions. This is very good. We do not want to build a furnace now. This was a mistake. We want to click tier 2 first and then get the armory up. This is another change to the proposed build order I have in my docs. Take and hold victory is now ticking, which is nice. Always nice to have it. And we built a third generator, and then we built a forge. All the different names. We parked them here so we can get them back. You see the enemy is poking in from this side, not coming from here. This is our blind spot. Maybe we should use our scouts here to scout. I know it sounds weird, but yeah. If you're getting attacked, you can upgrade listening posts as well. See what the eye does. Nothing really. Okay. These scouts should actually be here. So we now have a good position where we can stay for now. Want to get maybe another gen. And depends on where we got attacked. We get attacked here, so we may or may not want to upgrade stuff over there. Sorry, my voice is a little dry.
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
So we still stay defensive, and once we are tier 2, I tell you what our goal is in tier 2. Now here comes the Castellan again. The AI is a little worried, so we get 1 upgrade, infantry upgrade, as soon as we can. And now is where it gets interesting. We can throw a Doomfire grenade at those guys. Do not throw them all at once, because the damage over time from them does not stack. Now we're tier 2 actually, so pause. So we have many ways we can go about what's next. The most important part is to get heavy weapons of sorts, melters, get the sergeants up. The sergeants are very important, but most importantly is getting an anvil, because we have 3 tactical marines. We can get up to 3 Razorbacks. I want to have space marines in Razorbacks with melters. Why? The Razorback itself is very good against infantry, especially with the assault cannon, which we will get. And then we can pop out the tactical marines, which are very slow but sturdy, right next to the opponent's buildings, vehicles, whatever, to kill them. And even throw the Doomfire grenades at them if they come close to us. So the first thing we will do is get an anvil. Second thing we will do is get some melters, or even get a special weapon upgrade so we can get more special weapons. So these guys standing here, which is nice. Probably, yes, Celis. And then we move on. We get the sergeants first here because we have so much requisition here. These guys getting this one, but we can't do anything about it. We will just let it go for now. Getting this one, we need to get the vehicle cap increase at some point. And once we have the sergeants, we will then start a melter. We do not want to move actually to the opponent yet. We will see that they are coming over here. So my upgrading of this listening post comes very timely. And then we will right click to Razorbacks here. We do not need melters yet. So maybe we get one squad with heavy bolters. Get also the targeters. Now they are moving back. So we can tango this. We want to have 3 Razorbacks anyway, so we can, if they do not want to attack, it's fine by us. We make a timing push when we have 3 Razorbacks. We have this guy giving heavy bolters. We get one, I think at least, with maybe get another generator while we're at it. Okay, they just murdered our guys. So where are they heading? They're heading left side now, it seems. They don't really know where to head. That's probably the case. And then we get melters on the other guys. We have the targeters. We need to get the bionics at some point, but that's no priority. Our priority is the 3rd Razorback. All with assault cannons, which are very expensive but very good. Now we get all these guys into these vehicles and move to the enemy. Move a little further and pop out these guys. Make sure that these guys continuing to getting their weapons. Throwing a grenade or two. Very good. Now we can continue getting the upgrades. These guys getting murdered. And we now move to an attacking position. So you see this is how it is meant to go. A little pause now. Now it's the question how to, let's say, follow it up, you could say. There are, like, I would say 3 possible ways to follow it up. One is a fast tier 3, which is very good. Where you would now stop getting, you wouldn't get the bionics, you would get all the things in power. Click tier 3, very fast tier 3. Then you have the option, like, get a very strong tier 2. And this very strong tier 2 involves getting the force commander, the chaplain, and even building the Promethean cult for the librarian. So you have like the 3 kings opener, some would say. 3 kings playstyle where you have a leader for all these guys in the vehicles. Very strong, where you would also need the commander weapons to have melters. Or there's like the middle way where you get the commander upgrades here, which also gives your sergeants the flamers and later the melters. The melters is what you want, and you still get like a decently timed tier 3. I go for the middle way for several reasons. I like to double down when I have the advantage. The advantage is now, because I have now these Razorbacks, which are very strong. I have these Space Marines, which get special weapons, which have really good grenades, which get really good upgrades. But I do not want to overstay my welcome here. So the idea is to get the upgrades, which cost a lot of power, and so we will continue building power. But we also will continue getting the upgrades. So we get the flamer upgrades for the sergeants next. And now we move in here, we see a Tarantula turret, but this will not stop us. Move a little closer. Don't forget to continue to getting upgrades, because they all stops when you go into a transport. Now we get another targeter first and then the flamer. And now we could move a scout in here, which we do not have, so we will decap now. We have scouts. Scouts can cap this. We will decap it and then move over here, get the next point, and get the next point, and get the next point. So, decapping this, they are ready, so they can move in already and move on. You see we still have a lot of resources, so tier 3 isn't far off. So now we could move in as well. And move over here. We get the over here. And after that we get the smelter upgrade for our... Now we need to micro a bit. Do we have grenades? No, we do not have grenades yet. Here we have enemy rhino. We have a lot of resources we will use to get to tier 3. This get in melee, so we just move out. No grenades ready yet. Those get into melee, so we get them out of here. Basically everything that is in melee will get microed out. We start to move on. So you see how you can micro this. Get this one marine back. And get the melter upgrade. And now that we have some resources, spare resources, we actually get a force commander. Just to... Okay, we didn't micro those guys very well. We need to move away. Over here, get a builder over here just because we can. Oh, this is very, very sad. That moment here. Jesus, you guys. Okay, we kind of survived this. They are sellers, I tell you. One grenade. That's not going down. Now we can overwatch them, I guess. Get more from our power in our resources. And we're almost tier 3. So what is the good thing when you're tier 3 is that you got all the various upgrades for your infantry. And you know what is really good at tier 3? Infantry of... Yeah. The infantry of... Stop. Auto reinforcing. Infantry of the Salamanders. Now we're tier 3. We are a little lacking in the requisition, which is probably because we got the force commander, so getting the force commander is not the right choice. You heard it here first. But we have all the things here. Get this one now, get those guys out because they have the melters. At least they should have. Getting all the stuff back now into auto reinforcing because we need them right now. We could even upgrade this one and we could repair this. These guys can just jump into a transport if they would do so. Very nice, very nice. A lot of powers which we do not need right now. But yeah, we should stop auto reinforcing. We should get the heavy weapons, nevertheless. But we should get the special melters, not the melters. And now we should all hop into transport to dodge the damage. And move away. Because we can. And now we will get the Primaris Aggressor. So this is why I like it. I mean, I got a little too much power here. So maybe 6 generators is too much. So we can get the Predators instead. But in general, you got all the infantry upgrades, which also applies for a Primaris Aggressor squad and your Terminators. So your bread and butter in tier 3 are these Aggressors and Terminators, even the Eradicators in a sense. So getting them out is really nice. So you can even get now, because I spent so much stuff, another economy upgrade, which is normally not the case. Yeah, I hope you can still see how it would work. I mean, if he wants to continue to fight, he can, if he wants. But Tech Marine died. Sad. Then we get the thing here, you attach yourself. And now we have all the things in the world. We get another... get a vehicle upgrade because we get also a Rhino, Predator. We have again another one, get an Eradicator, build a thingy soon. So you see my micro isn't best here, but it is enough. Now is probably the place where you can just A-click. Get another infantry cap upgrade if possible. So we can get those guys out as well. With all the infantry upgrades in the world, we can now more or less A-click here to victory. Even could get the magma pattern. Nice. Yeah, if you micro it, you can micro them in and out of the rhinos and whatnot. But yeah, I'm busy surviving. Get another infantry upgrade here. This is where you want to be as Salamanders. You want to be tier 3 and A-click to victory. We have now the magma pattern here, so we're getting another thingy up here as well. We now have the Eradicators, which cannot be deep striked, interestingly enough. And then, yeah, we get even this. We need another vehicle upgrade. So yeah, I hope you see it. In tier 3 you can, depending on your resources, get for the Predator or your Eradicators. Aggressors, Eradicators very good as well, but you could also get the Vault of Remembrance for your Terminators, which is also really nice. So in general you will not have so much power if you do not build like 6 of these. You maybe need 5 or maybe 4 to get the economy going, and then you can get with relatively low quote-unquote power, you can get these Primaris units. And if you look at your unit cap, you have only cap for maybe one more squad, which would be then your Terminators.
I give the order. Salamanders need
and yeah, this is now so much so done. We just auto reinforcing because we can. Decapping the points is always important. And we want to get a Promethean cult at some point, but we also want to get the upgrade for our... We can throw a grenade, you know what we can? Throw a grenade at you. Burn! In this very play we did not use the grenades a lot, but I tell you they can be very very good. I have at least one game where I played it against Steel Legion, and you can see these you can see the Legionnaires getting absolutely melted by it, which is very good against the Guards factions. And you also could see in the show match I did, where they used Sisters of Battle, which is similar. They have the similar grenades against Death Grove Creek, where they also melted the infantry model. So this particular opener is very good against these guardsmen kind of factions, or Tyranids probably as well, or Chaos Demons. So yeah, factions which have high model count, low HP. Their damage over time becomes more and more effective. And yeah, the idea is to get 3 or 4 squads out. If you get like 4 squads of Tactical Marines, you could also get, instead of these Razorbacks, you could go more infantry focus and get like 2 Rhinos out, and then get your commanders out instead. So this would be a variation of it. So then you have your commanders into Rhinos, which is more, let's say, standard Space Marine behavior. But this is more like the Salamanders variant, because they have such good Razorbacks. You get 3 Razorbacks for 3 infantry squads to move around. So you see, micro intensive in tier 2 a bit, but it's really worth it to get yourself going. Okay. Yeah, as usual, I will now in a few seconds in the end card will link you 2 videos. One where I use this against Steel Legion, and one just to show you how good incendiary grenades are against low HP models. The show match I had hosted of Koiken versus Creed. Okay, as usual, guys, I would say thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.